We picked Martin Gerard after discussions with three other agents. We'd lived in Crouch End for nearly 40 years, so we were aware of Martin Gerard's reputation in the area. Obviously, they have a strong presence in terms of sale boards. We had a long discussion with James, and we were very impressed with both his professionalism and his ability to guide us through the initial processes of marketing. This being due to our not having sold a property for 32 years, and the world has changed considerably since then. We felt that Martin Gerard had greater reach in terms of the different branches in the North London area, because obviously we were quite keen to market not only in Crouch End, but in places like Muswell Hill, Highgate, that type of area. And we felt Martin Gerard had that reach, which the other agents didn't. What clinched it for us was actually meeting James himself. We'd met with, as I said, I think it was three other agents, and we felt that James had a breadth of experience and professionalism. And as I say, not only his market knowledge, but also his ability to guide us through the processes, which, as I said earlier, have changed very considerably in the past 3 decades. So it was a combination of those factors. The communication became crucial because due to the various issues we had during our sale, a lot of the situations were quite fluid and rapidly changing. And it was important we got communication from James and Osman during this process. And they were very communicative. Phone calls were answered quickly. Emails and texts were dealt with promptly. And we were never left hanging for a day or two wondering what was going on.
And I would add to that if James wasn't there, Usman was always up to speed, up to date, knew what how far we were in the process, knew what the issues were, and vice versa. If Usman wasn't there, James was able to pick up. So obviously they had communicated between themselves and communicated to us.
It made a great deal of difference, the fact that James had a lot of local knowledge, not only of the properties under Martin Gerard's charge, but also places that were on the market with other agents. And he'd clearly been working within the Crouch End area for some time because he had a lot of extensive knowledge in both current and past transactions, which was a great help in agreeing key matters like the price of our premises.
I would say that James was totally understanding of our situation. He was friendly, he was efficient, he was, but it was almost like you were dealing with a friend rather than actually dealing with a business person. If I don't know whether that's the right sort of way of describing it, but he really was. And you know, there were some problems. We did have some problems, but throughout all of that, he was sympathetic, understanding, explained things really well to us.
It made a huge difference to the sale in terms of the quality of the marketing. Apart from being introduced to the idea of virtual tours, which was quite a novel concept for both Christy and myself, we felt that the quality of the marketing was excellent. I mean, we went online and had a look ourselves, and in fact, some friends of ours have also seen it, and everyone was very impressed with that quality. So I think Martin Gerard's reputation as being good at marketing is well founded. I think the three elements to this, because there was a considerable amount of work undertaken to market the property and also deal with, you know, virtual tours, etc., you know, the video setup, everything like that. So there was that issue, and we felt that the amount of work they put in to set up the marketing was value in itself. In terms of dealing with the difficulties we had, we felt that James and Osman gave us a huge amount of their time and resource to help with those. And the third issue really was the understanding, as I said earlier, of the geographical considerations. So all in all, we feel that the fee represented very good value. The other aspect that represented great value was the amount of time they spent working with not only our solicitors, but liaising with people lower down the chain and further up the chain to ensure that everything coordinated smoothly. We felt that Martin Gerard went way above and beyond in their work on our behalf. We did feel that James always became a member of the family, in terms of we got to know each other well personally, and he did exercise a great deal of patience with us during more stressful moments. So yes, I think they did go above and beyond and exceeded our expectations. We've been very happy to do this testimonial because we feel that the great experience we've had with Martin Gerard, and particularly James and Osman, is something that we would like other people to enjoy, if that's the right word. As we touched on earlier, as it was the first time we sold a property for 32 years, and the world has changed very considerably since then. The fact that they were able to guide us through that process and get us through it, and we achieved all our plans, means quite a lot to us.
I couldn't recommend them highly enough. And I would definitely recommend them to family and friends, and who are going through, I guess, yes, definitely the selling process, and I would imagine also the buying process as well.